Okay. So, in a very, very, very foggy and hazy Nashville, we are doing ARCA. And boy, that 10 car is really hanging it out there. This was the, I guess the last intermediate before we go to Daytona. I wish I was able to do this one more because it's a really unique oval. I actually like the show that IndyCar tends to put on here, even though they get single file, but stock cars on a concrete oval. So it's a pretty unique track to drive.
Green, green, green. Okay, here comes your first time lap. One more lap.
Too heavy back on the throttle. That's my bad. Well,
Checkered flag, checkered flag.
that could have gone better. This is probably there's two splits right now towards the end of the week, and this is probably the upper one. Could have gone much better, but you know, we'll see how the race plays out. At least we could see if we could drive up the field a little bit.
The officials don't like the way you're driving. Your laps won't count until you reset the car and start over.
Very, very, very misty weather. I wonder if this is based on how Nashville is currently. There's an infield road course of this track as well that I wish iRacing included. I think the roads are probably scanned because most of it is kind of on the outer perimeters of the interior parking lot. Unlike a lot of rovals that actually make use of like all of the lands inside the oval. This one, the road course is kind of just hugging around the outskirts. All right. Gonna do something I haven't done in officials a lot, which is raise the steering ratio and then move down the brake bias. Because this is a track that you should be using your brakes. No tire change, so it's a matter of just saving tire. I'm gonna try not to push too much.
Good luck,
The
guys.
estimated SOF is 2,583.
It's a pretty good strength of field, honestly.
Let's take opportunity.
Especially for just a random elo.
5 cars left to grid.
Let's see how this goes. Honestly, I'm just kind of happy to be here. Don't mean to sound like a lame duck, but anytime we go to kind of a unique track, a track that has a lot of
Still
character,
waiting on 2 cars to grid.
I'm really just happy to experience kind of racing conditions on it. The Indy 500 prep took a lot of my practice time. Some of my leagues were ending the previous week, so that also took practice time. So officials would always take a backseat
Waiting on
from
the
stuff
final
like that.
car to grid.
But I'm happy to kind of keep the streak going for the, following the ARCA from week to week.
There's no tyre changes allowed during this race. Treat them right and good luck.
Man, this is taking a long time to get rolling. I can see people up front being a little antsy.
You are out of tyres. 1 to go. Next time by. You're on the outside this time. Pit road is closed right now. Catch up. 19 car.
This is also very normal that getting access on the oval, if there is some grass kind of separating the access road, or if there is an access road versus an apron, cars at the outside would just immediately go on the oval, while the cars on the inside would take the access road, and then once we get up here, we would file in. All right.
About to go green. Stay focused.
Let's see how this plays out.
Pace car is off. Time to do your job. The pace car is in. Green flag. Green flag. Inside.
Leader decided to take as long as possible to go.
Clear. Car inside.
Damn, look at that. Look at that push up.
You're up top, 3 wide. Still there, still there. Right side, 2 wide. You're up top, 3 wide. You're in the middle, 3 wide. You're up top, 3 wide. Clear.
That was scary.
Still there.
Everybody made it though.
Keep high. Still there. Clear.
It's predictable.
You've got wheel damage. We've got damage on the back end. We've got damage on the front end.
Yep, nothing could do about any of that. Yeah, this car is screwed. Probably should go in and take my fast repair.
Pit box in, 10. 5,
Could hear the car banging around.
3,
Definitely damage that needs to be
1.
repaired.
Right here.
There's a fast repair, right? I'm pretty sure. Yep.
Okay, go.
Jesus Christ, dude.
Yep, much better. It's actually kind of wild how aero sensitive these cars are. I wouldn't even really consider my wreck that heavy. I mean, it's a pretty heavy wreck, but like compared to like what NASCAR used to be able to do with how much beating and banging they could do, I guess this is an intermediate. So, but it's a pretty slow intermediate because of how tight the corners are.
You're losing on the car in front. The gap is 9.1 seconds.
It was good racing for a little bit. See if I could catch Riley. I think he made a mistake. Looks like he's falling back. Or did he wreck? I guess he did. With Rick, I suppose.
The car in front is pitting.
Yep, I know.
That was your fastest lap of the session.
Gonna have a little bit of racing with the folks that need to pit for damage, at least.
The car in front is pitting.
More damage, for sure. Goal is to try to run away a little bit from Rick without using my stuff too much.
The leader just did a 29.
This is my bad. I should have came to the pits as soon as I was involved in the wreck. I just thought I could kind of get away with it and resume racing, but should have known better with how sensitive these bodies are to aero damage. Trying to not dive too deep into the corners. Loose. Also not to get too sideways like that. It's not going to be good for your rear tires. In previous stock cars, you'd want to like kick out a bit like that just to try to wear the right rear a bit more. So you can like even out the wear between the right front and the right rear. But in cars like this, it honestly hurts more than it helps. Just kind of driving it straight is the name of the game for these more like current generation stock cars. I don't mind it. It kind of suits my driving style more. Because coming from a road background, I try to keep my cars straight more. The kind of more consistent yaw for ovals, or I should say traditional ovals, is something I'm not used to. Justin Marks has a great segment on the Dale Jr. podcast about how coming from a road background, he was always kind of behind the 8 ball from somebody growing up with, like, you know, sprint cars and lower level stock cars. Like, he compared himself to somebody like Kyle Larson when they're in the same equipment in Xfinity at a place like Bristow. Kyle would always have a consistent steering angle despite whatever the right rear of the car is doing. But Justin Marks, a road guy, he would feel the car get loose and immediately turn into it, because on road, you know, you dive in loose and then you correct it for a straight exit. You know, I'm just speaking in generalities, of course. Different cars and different tracks may have their specific nuances or outliers to what I'm saying, but I'm just, like I said, I'm speaking very, very generally. But that consistent steering into the looseness is what made him a lot slower, or I guess less effective in oval stock car racing than somebody like Kyle Larson, or the guys who grew up doing this, and this is kind of like their bread and butter. And I have a similar issue to Justin Marks, but on cars like this, it seems to reward a more, I would say, straighter driving style. You kind of use your nose a lot more than the rear. That's just what it seems from my racing with it. Obviously, I still wouldn't consider myself any kind of expert. I'm just somebody who is pretty new to oval racing, still learning the ropes of it. But I've been doing, I would say, for somebody with my experience level, pretty well, actually, given like my leagues, like with my ARCA leagues, and I'm at least like not, you know, being dropped like a rock in these officials, even if I get wrecked out like this and I don't do well. Trying to chase down Trey. Don't know if I can do it, but I've been generally gaining on him. Just here to see how the car develops. Hit the apron, which is bad on my end. It's very nice at the lap car, so let me go.
There was a car on the high side. Outside clear.
Still gaining on Trey. Little by little.
The leader is running 29.757. Outside. Clear high.
Didn't know what he wanted to do. Lost just a little bit of time. The guy behind me for position is nowhere to be found. He completely dropped off. I'm just trying to not go more laps down.
it safe too.
Just trying to run tidy. And just 10 laps to go. I don't think I'm gonna catch Trey, but still just trying to just do kind of like decent lines. That leader is really fast.
Oh my gosh.
Sounds like a lot's been happening.
Got 10 laps to go.
This is ridiculous. What's that? This should not be like this. You know what I mean? Like, this track is so much better than this. Yeah, it's so hard to pass here. It's ridiculous.
Trey's a little faster than me. I think I'm actually faster than the front half of the field, but they probably burnt their stuff up more, pushing more. Trey and I pitted. We also have a couple of laps, like our tires are a little bit better because of that, so I think it is what it is for this race.
Shit, what a save.
Goal for me right now is to not go another lap down, which
The leader is running 29.8.
I don't know that I will. I think I'm running
I did
just
not
quick
mean to do
enough
that, man.
that it won't happen.
Tried to turn down under you, Nick.
The leader is coming up on you. They're not at bike.
We'll see.
You got 5 laps to go. Look for opportunity.
Can I stay in front in 5 laps? This is what I try to do when I'm not in contention. I give myself a new goal, and I try to focus on that goal. Doesn't quite matter what's happening elsewhere at this point.
Clear.
Because as long as I'm focused on little bite-sized things to aim for, and there's always something you could kind of develop to aim for, it's a good way to still find a way. It's a good way to find some fun when you're just kind of like alone doing nothing,
Clear outside.
not racing for anything. I think the leader is just kind of, I think the leader at this point is just chilling, which is what I would be doing.
White flag. 1 more lap to go.
It's gonna be way too late to get up to Trey,
I gave that right back, didn't I?
but I'll be again. Trey's probably just chilling as well.
Bang, let him walk away.
I'm doing like a half chill, half push.
Yeah, good race too. Good win, Jacob.
Nice battle there with a lot of the guys. That was some fun racing, guys.
Good race, Luke. That was fun. Even though it was in the back, it was still fun.
Okay.
All right, there's checkered flag.
Nice, consistent run.
Better schedule some testing. We'll get them next
Then
time.
It's not the best, not my
I
best
had
work.
so many wrecks coming
but
out
not-
of four. I thought you were
Not all of
going
them can
up
be
and then
winners.
you just didn't go
I'm
all
pretty
the
sure
way
I
up
just got
the
run
track.
into at the start too.
And by then it was just too late.
I'm gonna watch that back.
By the time I realized he was like not coming up anymore, he's not coming up the track anymore, is when I hit him.
Yeah, that's all fine. Oh yeah, that's where the car in front of me pushes. Yeah, that's all it takes. That's all it takes for this ARCA car to be destroyed. Honestly, it's not really stock cars that it's not really the type of what's the word? The type of hardiness that I would expect from a stock car, but yeah, that's just how modern stock cars are now. Yeah, that's a mess. That's a huge mess. Yeah, this is the point where I should have took the hint and just came in for my faster pair, but oh well, probably wouldn't have made too much of a difference. But you know what? I'll take it. I'll just take it as a good lapping exercise, just for more laps in the car. I don't think I have time for any more of these, unfortunately, but you know, we'll do more ARCA for sure in the subsequent weeks.